Lawmakers have until Friday night to strike a bipartisan deal to avert a government shutdown before funding runs out. So there has been a lot of scrambling. What's the latest? Well, here with me now to tell us is Harris Alic, Capitol Hill reporter for the Washington Times. Harris, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Hi, Tony. Always a pleasure to be with you.
So give us the latest. What's happening?
Absolutely. Well, as you said, it's going down to the wire. Congressional members of Congress have until tomorrow evening to pass a continuing resolution, a short-term funding bill to keep the government open until at least March 11th. By that time, both Senate Democrats and Senate Republicans and Speaker Pelosi are hoping to have a one-year-long deal on a actual budget, but we'll see if that gets done. As of now, Senators Cruz and Senators Lee have somewhat slowed down the process for consideration of the short-term budget bill by requesting that Democrats and Republicans vote in the Senate on defunding President Biden's vaccine mandate. Now, obviously, parts of the vaccine mandate have already been struck down as unconstitutional for private sector workers, but Senators Cruz and Senators Lee argue that the mandate is still very much in place for members of the military, for public health care workers, for public workers in general, and they feel this is a brazen breach of the Constitution and something the government should not be funding. As of recently, in the past 10 minutes or so, a deal has come through where they've already started voting on amendments. They're going to be voting on Senator Cruz and Senator Lee's amendment, and then after that, they should take up consideration of the bill. So it looks like it will pass tonight. Senators Cruz and Senators Lee were arguing in favor of a amendment that would defund the vaccine mandate that should pass by a simple majority of 51 votes. Usually most amendments have to take 60 votes or so to pass. They believe that with Senator Ben Lujan of New Mexico, a Democrat, being out after having suffered a stroke, that there is sufficient enough support among Republicans to potentially defund this mandate. However, as we know now, a few Republican senators have already decided to leave the Capitol. Some are going to be traveling to the Munich Security Conference tomorrow, so they are eager to get out of town, and we'll see if these amendments by Senators Cruz and Senator Lee are going to pass. Republicans have been very, very adamant that they do not want another shutdown. They feel that sufficient evidence has already come about that COVID is on the decline, that the vaccine mandates are no longer as controversial as they have been because parts of them have been struck down by the courts. Other parts they assume will be struck down by the courts. So there's been some back and forth, some hemming and hawing among Republicans in the past week, kind of figuring out why would we fight over a vaccine mandate and potentially shut down the government if we cannot, for something that's already kind of going our way anyway. If these two amendments by Senator Cruz and Senator Lee pass, the House will have to take them up tomorrow morning, and then that could potentially cause a minor government shutdown. But by most expectations, they will not pass tonight.
What's interesting about this is it's a numbers game, not just the numbers from a standpoint of funding the government, but with a 50-50 Senate and one Democratic senator of New Mexico who's out because of a stroke, and you have two other Democrats that are out handling family medical emergencies. It's a numbers game.
Absolutely, and it's always kind of a numbers game in the Senate, specifically because usually you need 60 votes or so to pass any sort of bill on amendments, and motions to proceed sometimes need 51 votes, and that's exactly what Senators Cruz and Senators Lee have been demanding. Senator Cruz recently put out a tweet just in the past few minutes alone urging every single Republican to stay in through the vaccine mandate.
I think we're losing Harris there.